thought this was one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. They don't
Mm-hmm.
make movies like this anymore. This was a fucking movie.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance.
Ryan Coogler released in a film 2 weeks ago called Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan as a twin. I'm gonna start with KC because I know Jay has a lot to say. So we're gonna start with KC. And KC, what was your opinion on the movie?
Oh man, 10 out of 10. It was solid. It was so. I respect people that take time to look into the little details. You know what I mean? The things that, okay, if you're paying attention, you're tapped in, you'll know what that is. You'll get the connection or the cultural, significance of something. So I thought that was dope. I thought it was, I love that it wasn't too serious. There was like comedic relief in like necessary parts. I told myself I'm good on like black movies, and when I say black movies, I'm referring to like 12 Years of Slave.
Yeah.
That's not a
Shit
black
like
movie. I
that.
don't count those as black movies.
So, well, black trauma porn.
Slave movies.
I'm cool on that to a certain extent, right? Because I think sometimes it comes off very like, remember you was a slave, and it's, you know what I mean, with the red lips and the teeth. I'm just not into it. So I'm very apprehensive about when I do movies that are heavily black, but it's like, dated.
In the South, a bio, like
in the South,
a period piece. That's what it's called.
A period piece. I thought it was good. It was solid. Like I said, I like the comedy in there. I think everybody that was hired, the roles were perfectly matched. I do want to give Michael B credit. I don't think we're like sitting with it that this man had to do two characters.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they were twins, but they were complete opposites.
Even the
so
way
being
they stood.
able, you understand, like being able to do that as an actor is like next level shit. So I definitely want to give him his kudos.
He beat the allegations with this. The allegations that he's not a good actor. They beat them allegations. Sure. He was like, I got some for your asses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, seeing when they do stuff like that, have an actor play twins, it's like, what are we getting here?
It can go.
It Parent Trap?
Either way.
So it was dope to see, what you gonna say, T?
I'm gonna let you anchor, Jay. I'm gonna let you anchor.
Okay.
Go ahead, because you know what I'm saying.
I thought the movie was spectacular.
Anchor meaning finish it off.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that meant.
See, I picked that up.
I didn't know what the fuck you was talking about. I was like, anchor. I don't know what that means.
Relay race, the anchor.
Okay.
No, Sinners was amazing, man. Ryan Coogler did an excellent job. Of course, there's a couple scenes that are just like truly outstanding, in my opinion. Delroy Lindo had an amazing scene when they was passing the prisoners. And, he got up at that car, keep your heads up. And just the emotion in that scene was absolutely amazing to me.
That story.
First of all, Delroy Lindo, for me, was a surprise. I didn't know that nigga was in the movie, but as soon as I saw him, I said this movie is gonna be incredible.
I didn't know he was in it either.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah. That was incredible. And then of course the music montage. I actually listened to a podcast. I listened to In Proximity, Ryan Coogler's podcast he had with Ludwig, the Swedish dude. He actually did the composed the movie. He worked with Raphael Sadiq on that song. And apparently Raphael Sadiq wrote that song before he even read the script. Cool. He wrote the song that the boys sang. And yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy that they combined all of that music into that scene and brought so many traditions and cultures into this one section. And I'm glad they got that off before shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? KC, I see the comedy. I thought what's big boy name?
Omar Miller.
Cornbread.
Cornbread. Yeah. Cornbread asking for permission to get in that door. I was dying laughing.
That was hilarious.
No, that was.
I thought, yeah.
He was like,
because it was like,
can't we just be together and just be friends?
Kindness.
We like cornbread. It was like cornbread. If you want to get in the door, you would just get in the door. You big ass, you know.
He's like, your big ass been in and out of here all day.
The relationships that we saw, the relationship with Smoke and his lady. I thought the scene where they first got back together and she made the mojo for him and all of this stuff. I was like, boy, ain't nothing like a strong black woman that put them
she looked good
on.
in that movie too.
Okay,
looking good. I was not expecting that sexy. I was not expecting. I was like, oh, Michael B.
We getting straight to it.
I was like, oh,
Michael B.
This movie was horny as fuck.
Turn that thing around.
It was bad horny. It was a horny ass movie too.
Yeah,
it really was.
A lot of talk about eating the box. A lot of talk about eating the box.
Yeah.
He's like, once you find that button, I'm like, okay. Well, you got to teach him. You got to.
Yeah, you got to.
Don't it? You know what I mean? Don't have
my man had a foot on the door.
I want to know how you taste. I was like, ugh, this movie's nasty. Yo, this movie is nasty.
I was just like, wait, what? Okay.
Great movie, man. Great movie. Hopefully I can see it again, but we'll see. We'll see.
See that joint in IMAX. That scene in IMAX, blow your socks off, bro. Because the sound, the sound and how it looks, it just fucking blows your socks off, bro. I'm telling you right now.
KC, what you got?
Now here's the thing. Now y'all know. Well, this is a different, but I want to say something about Grace. What was her name? Grace or Gracie? The Chinese woman.
Oh, Grace.
Man, we got to talk about
Grace.
Spoil alert. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead, fast forward,
give
that
weeks.
thumb, subscribe, do whatever you got to do.
Two women that messed them up. The two women that messed them up weren't black. I just want to
see what I'm saying. So Grace asked, "Oh, I got to go to Bo and fighting and ready to go out, right? Cool. First of all, in that moment, I would have tossed her out. You see what time?
Go outside.
Do you see what time these niggas is on out there? Are you slow? I would have threw her out. Mm-hmm. Then for her to be in there, and she said, "Fuck it, let him come in. Come on in."
That was crazy.
I would have took the gun and just
I will say, I will give her a little bit of grace because her husband's dead. She don't got her husband's already gone.
He dead, but
he not dead.
And then
but they threatened the daughter.
They threatened the daughter after the father was already gone. You know what I'm saying? So like she's still like, oh my God, my husband's a monster now. He's gone. So I could see why she was getting to that level and emotionally. Like I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was written well so you can understand, like, damn, she was really going through it. She loves her daughter.
I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But you need that type of stuff.
She had no plan. So you telling them to come in and there's no plan.
It made sense because they had to do something to get them in there so we could get to that part. Because it was written well enough where it makes sense. It pissed you off, but at least it makes sense.
No, because all the black people would have been like, well, shit, we waiting till the sun go down.
Yeah, we wait till the
sun come
up.
You
understand?
You know what I'm saying? We gonna wait till the sun come up.
We gonna wait till the sun come up.
They want to go to the town. Let them go to the town. But they were never gonna go to the town.
No,
because they wanted Sammy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And before I get into my thoughts on the movie, I want to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to shout out Miles Catton. He plays Sammy. First movie ever. That brother kid.
That was solid.
All he's done before this was tour with her. That's all he's done. So his acting was stupendous. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to...
Oh, they say he picked up that guitar at 3 months.
Yeah, he's a savant.
They said his fingers was cramping. He practiced so hard he was gonna say his fingers would lock up.
He's a savant. That boy got work ethic. I tell you.
Oh, come on, that's respect.
And shout out to my girl, Wumni Wusaku, who played Annie. Now that is one fine black woman. I like that Michael B. Jordan, even though he was with a white woman in the movie, He had that strong black
was also
Got
woman.
villain.
to.
And
Got to.
Yeah.
I thought it was important that she was dark skinned and she was thick. Cause we don't see that in the big screen. When we see it in IMAX, that sex scene, you know what happened? That aspect ratio changed. And it zoomed in. They was fucking on that IMAX. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, bro, when she was talking in that Creole, my Lord
oh my
Jesus.
goodness.
I said, oh no.
Your body didn't miss me.
My.
Actually, this movie was crazy. That's all I gotta say. To get my overall thoughts, I thought this was one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. They don't make movies like this anymore. This was a fucking movie.
Yeah.
This was even like I love my Marvel stuff. They ain't made a movie in a minute. Nobody's made a movie in a minute, and that's what this fucking was. I walked out, I was like, this is cinema. This is what we're supposed to do when we make shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially us as black people. This is what we're supposed to do when we make movies. I know I'm not gonna bring him up. I don't want to talk about y'all know who I was gonna talk about. I'm not gonna bring him up. His name don't even deserve to be on this level. Ryan
I don't think you knew who
Coogler.
you were gonna bring.
Tyler
It
Perry.
rhymed with Sperry.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Keep going.
Every performance in this movie, I also want to give a shout out to Jamie Lawson, who played my girl Pearline. I've never seen a
that
finer
Pearline,
black
boy.
woman in my life.
Oh my goodness,
I've
boy.
never seen a finer black woman in my life. I know
Whew,
I said
Lord.
Annie was fine, but Pearline, man, there's a
Pearline
reason.
was the one crawling on the floor, right?
Yeah, Pearline, man, let me tell you, boy.
That first scene they showed her, boy.
But
Ooh,
besides
Lord.
the fact, every performance of this movie was amazing in this movie. Michael B. Jordan killed it as Smoke and Stack, even down to how they stood, how their posture was. You could tell they were two completely different people. And what Ryan Coogler did with the way he filmed it and how he shot everything, it was so seamless when they were handing each other the cigarette. When we first see them, the first thing they do is hand each other a cigarette. That's them stunting on us, let us know, nah, we fucking did this shit. We did this right.
I know that's right.
He fact.
Everything about this movie I thought was amazing. Every theme, even the white people, I gotta give them some credit. Fucking Haley Steinfeld, she made me feel like she was part of the family. She grew up around these people. You know what I'm saying? When she said, "Get the fuck out of my face" with that bullshit, I was like, "Oh." The black woman in the studio in the movie theater was like, "Ooh." When our whole theater, you know, a movie's good when everyone stood up and applauded at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy.
Okay.
White people too. We had white people in the studios like, "Get that white girl out of there! Get that white girl out of there! She's evil! Get her out of there!"
Nah,
I was like, "This is crazy."
She went outside to talk to them, bro.
But that was what you call
I
it.
knew just off that. I'm like,
she gone. She gone.
She's clipped.
But yeah, I thought everything was amazing. That scene right there where they did the song made me cry. It brought a tear to my eye. Like I just got so full of emotion, and it was just beautiful to see. That was the dopest scene I think I've ever seen in my life.
I
Give Michael
appreciated
B.
the
Jordan.
ending.
Give Ryan Coogler all the money.
Yeah, I
Every
appreciate
frame.
the ending credits. I
Yeah, the
appreciate
end credit scene.
to see him get old and
Did you see the second
name
one?
a club called Pearline's. Michael B coming out. There was another end credit after
at
that.
the end.
I just found that out today too.
Yeah, Sammy was playing "This Little Light of Mine" on the guitar. It's all the way at the end.
Like past the scene you're talking about.
Yeah. All the way at the end of the credits. But yeah, perfect movie. I don't think I've seen a better movie in a long time.
Not theaters, bro. I ain't felt this way about movies since Endgame.
Yeah.
But this one was just way more original. It was just
it's
haven't
nice to
seen
see
anything
original
like
movies.
this in a long time.
I really liked how they got into the vampire lore and stuff like that, and like how they really used the being invited in tool for vampires.
Yeah.
The Native Americans
was
my favorite part of the movie.
Well, they told him one time and one time only, and it was out.
He was out of there. He was like,
they saw the sun going down, was like, "Hey,
wrap it up, boys.
Bro.
Wrap it the
Y'all
fuck
have a
up.
good."
We out.
He said, "I hope you stay safe." It's like, all right, I'm out, my nigga. And it was the most honestly. I don't, the most diverse movie I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It had everybody in that thing.
And it was historical
Everybody. And it
accurate
was
too.
natural.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
natural.
It was very accurate. Yeah.
Did y'all notice how in the scene when Smoke went to the store and then went to go get the mother, the store that Smoke was in was the black side of the street. When she went across the street, that was the white side of the street. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that
I
the
knew
second
that.
time.
It
I
did
didn't
not
catch
dawn
it.
on me.
I didn't catch it to the second time.
I only peeped because I was scrolling and I saw there was somebody, a Chinese woman who was talking about that. I guess she's from down here. And she was like, yeah, it's a real thing. Like we made more money off of African Americans, but we knew that they didn't want to cohabitate in the store. So yeah, like that was a real thing.
I thought it was cool. That scene where you were talking about Tyler when he was waving to the prisoners, and then he started telling a story about his boy, and then
Which is insane.
it was so sad, and then he just started humming. I was like, "Oof, that's some black pain right there." I was like, "That's where the blues came from,"
Yeah.
you know. Like that's how he gets through his pain. Like it was movie. I don't think I've seen a bit. I don't have any words.
And that part was improv. Like that
was it
wasn't
really?
scripted.
That was improv.
That
Oh,
whole
was
part.
dope.
Yeah.
Even when Michael B was like, "Yeah, you got that guitar in your hand, huh?"
When
like
they start
that
singing,
whole,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was great. More credit to Ryan Coogler. And you know what? I don't think I can get tired of a Ryan Coogler Michael B. Jordan movie.
No, I don't think so. The
I don't
only
think
one
I
They
I
will.
don't
want to see
miss.
again
I
is
think
Fruitvale
together
Station.
they're solid. Mm-hmm.
The only one you don't
Yeah.
want to watch again is Fruitvale Station because it's too sad.
And even that,
way-
I don't
way
mind
too
watching
fucking
it again.
I only seen that movie one time.
I don't mind
never
watching
watched
it
that
again
movie
just
again.
to see
That to me is
Ryan
equivalent to
Coogler's growth.
for
Okay.
us. I can't watch that again.
You mean For Color Girls? What's For Us?
No. Remember the case in New York, the boys that all got like
when they see us.
Yeah.
Oh, when they see us.
Oh, when
Yeah,
they
yeah,
see
yeah.
us. Yeah.
Nah,
I can't watch.
I can only
I
do when
watched
they see
that
it one time.
once
Yeah,
and I was cool. But that's my example of like trauma porn. I'm cool on that.
Yeah.
Like unless it's like a spin on it where it's like
Anything Lena
comedic
Waithe
and
makes.
yeah, I can't.
Yeah, anything
Her
Lena
shit is
Waithe
too
writes
traumatic.
is crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with y'all though. Me personally, no, the trauma point I get, I don't mind the movies taking place in slavery. I mean, as long as it's a good story. But I don't mind the
Like
movie.
a solid storyline.
I feel like, the 12 years of slaves and all that stuff, like,
But that's the thing. 12 Years a Slave was made by a white
while there's a
person.
lot of
12 Years a Slave was made by a white person.
fair. But
Go
while
figure.
there's a true, I don't mind the slave movies as long as there's a real story to it, as long as it's personal. Cause at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you, I don't want people forgetting that shit.
No, you're right.
When we start, I don't want people forgetting that shit.
I feel like the slave movies ain't
all
for
these
us.
other coaches don't let you
No,
forget
they're
what the
not.
fuck happened to
I've
them.
come to terms
I'm not
with that.
finna let these niggas forget.
Yeah, I don't think slave movies are for us. I think it's for those people, for white people, to feel bad.
Remember that
But
time
even
that we
us,
took
though, I
those
don't want
people
nobody-
from Africa, brought them here, made them pick cotton, no shoes on, blood, sweat, and tears, and all we gave them was chitlins and a fucking shack to sleep in for 2 seconds, and then told them to get up and do it again? Yeah.
It was real interesting to see them picking cotton too.
Yeah. Man, and first of all, one of the craziest scenes to me was when that man filled his quota and then went home and woke his brothers and sisters up.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
That's
so
how
he could play
excited he
music.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
so
to
he
play
could play
music.
And did you
that
see
night.
how long his bag was though, Ty? You peeped that?
Bro.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like a little sack.
No.
Like
Yeah.
you had
No.
to fill that whole
He
bitch.
had
can't
to fill
take a
that whole
nap
bag
the
up.
whole day. That boy had a dirt.
That was
day.
nuts, bro.
I think he
He
stole the
was
show.
moving.
I think he stole the show. I commend Michael B, but I think Miles Catt
His voice was incredible.
stole the show.
His voice was incredible.
Now,
Yeah.
I think one thing that I've heard a little bit of buzz about it is the relationship we as Black people have with music and Christianity. And I thought it was interesting to see that play in a way where it's like when he was in the water and he was saying the prayer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the homeboy was singing the same prayer. He's like, yeah, they gave that to my people too.
Mm-hmm.
When they was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They fucked us up, robbed
did,
us, but gave us Christianity. I thought that was such a interesting spin on it, because I think sometimes I think too much of something is not good, right? Like too much of being dived into music and that life is not good, versus, being too much into the church is not good. And I think watching this, you see both sides. You see his father, who's like heavily into it. You see him, he's like, yeah, I'm about to just do this, do this every night at the clubs. And it's, you are able to then make the decision of like, actually, which one, you know what I mean? And it doesn't feel like it's a right or wrong choice, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
took
that's
that.
deep.
Oh, you go, T.
No, that's deep. I see what you're saying there, Khadijah, because I mean, the man was having the time of his life, but if he ain't go out, if he stay with his pops, nigga ain't getting, about to get his ass whooped by a vampire. But also if he just stays doing the church thing, he's probably not living in his purpose or what
Living his
he
truth.
really feel like he should be doing in life. So yeah, I
Right.
feel like there is some sort of balance. And while I will say one thing about that scene, I be thinking about it, is like, yes, while everybody tuned in saying the Lord's Prayer, one thing that shit did do, held that nigga off just long enough to get stabbed in the stabbed in the heart.
Okay. Yeah.
So the
true.
Lord was working, just not how we wanted.
Won't he do it? Yeah.
I've seen some stuff that said like, I've seen some people took that scene. I've seen some people took it as an anti-Christianity movie. Like it was anti-Christian. I seen some people were
No.
saying that scene specifically where he started praying. I think some people took it as if that's the prayer ain't gonna save you. You don't have to save yourself. But I didn't take it that way. I thought it was just like somewhere like he went back to what he knew his father instilled in him that will protect him in that moment. I didn't like how his father also wanted to exploit him for his music, but just in the name of God. He
See what
didn't
I'm
want him to
saying?
play the guitar in the club, but he wanted to play the guitar in the church. So yeah, it's an interesting concept. I didn't know how I feel about it. I'm not the most religious.
I mean, we see religion all throughout the movie. You see the mojo, what they call a Houdini or
The
hoodoo.
Hoodoo.
And you see the mojo being worked. I mean, working near the end when his brother tried to bite him, and I think the mojo was stopping him from biting his brother. I mean, we see it. We see the two different types of religion. The one that's closer to our ancestors, and one that was brought taught to us by the white man, but also ancestors taught us Christianity. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting concept. Something to just think about. Yeah.
I will say, I thought it was funny how Ryan Coogler made Haley Steinfeld use every ounce of that 1/8 of black she had in her actual heritage.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. But if you think about it, there's always one. There's always one white lady in the hood who like
that fuck around with everybody.
fucks with everybody and takes care of everybody. There's always that one. There's always that one. And I was like, it was just interesting to see how the way they advertised the movie. I thought she was gonna be like the main vampire fucking everyone over, and to see that she's actually like a part of the community was very interesting. I know that her fiance Josh Allen was ducking down in his seat for some of them lines she had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
first-
I'm curious how this next football season is going to go. I'm looking
off.
forward to the signs, to the fans,
Oh yeah,
putting some things together.
One of her first lines was like, "You fucked me. You stuck your tongue in my coos and fucked me silly. So I thought you changed your mind." I was like,
yo, the fucking lingo was hard as fuck though.
Yo.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you. Your wife might put might let you put her pecker in your mouth. I was like, wait, what a goddamn minute.
When she said you could rob banks and you could rob trains and banks, but you ain't gonna steal this pussy, I was like, oh, everyone in the audience was like, ooh, like that was crazy.
It was, I'm telling you,
horny ass movie. But at the end of the day, Just like Shannon Sharp. The white woman gonna be the downfall of you at the end of the day. Always gonna be the downfall to you at the end of the day.
She turned him into a vampire and he's stuck with her forever.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I love to see the parallels between the two relationships of the brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Smoke, he ended up dying and living the afterlife with his family.
Yep.
And
he
Stack
lived forever with his wife.
is
Yeah.
gonna live forever in darkness with his white wife.
Ooh,
forever.
Smoke living in the light.
Yeah, Smoke living in the light. And the parallel's crazy. It's crazy.
Man.
Yeah. I hope there's a sequel, but if there's never a sequel to this, I think I'll be okay with it.
I'd be okay.
I think I'll be okay.
I think I don't
like,
know
I
what
wouldn't,
you could make a sequel.
Yeah,
I don't know how you
unless
would
you do like
this.
Stack and Haley Steinfeld going through times. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't think that would be like a good movie.
But I'm not dying for that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Is there a character that y'all are like, that would be me? That would absolutely be me.
Huh.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be cornbread. I'll be running to the bathroom. And as I'm going to the bathroom, they're going to
what did he say? He's like, oh, I was looking for something. And he was like, and then I had the shit.
Yeah. He was like, sorry, while I was there, I had to take a shit. Jada noticed something, though. She said they showed his penis in that scene when he was pissing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice that. Jada was like, did y'all notice that? I was like,
there is a... This is I see Smoke and I see both of them in myself at times. I see both of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Was it Slim? Is it Slim?
Yeah, Delta Slim.
No, Smoke.
Smoke and
no, it's Smoke and Stack.
Stack. I see both of them. I see both personalities in myself at times. You know what I'm saying? I could be a nigga that will play around a lot, real loose with things, not like very defensive, not really checking what's going on and stuff, and just trying to be like life of the party type situation, just trying to get money, or like, man, come on in, man, it's all good.
Yeah.
Can also be Smoke with like, hey, nigga, you need to cool the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he did say that he don't watch his own back. So
yeah. So
I love the end when Smoke killed all the KKK.
That was
iconic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Michael B forever go down as the greatest, our greatest actors of all time.
Yo, his death scenes
be good,
because his death scenes, Killmonger. Now this, that man said, Killmonger said, throw me in the ocean. In this one, she was like, you need to wipe your hands off before you hold the baby. And man looked at that white man and said,
okay, and just
get rid of this shit.
Man,
that was deep.
Crazy.
And it sucks because I don't know if you noticed, but he has PTSD, so he couldn't roll his own cigarette. That's why Stack was always rolling his cigarettes. So the subtlety, the little details, that's the shit I talk about. Like, it just in general, like attention to detail. And I feel like Ryan Coogler did not leave anything missed.
Didn't disappoint.
Not
beautiful,
one.
man.
Great movie.
Beautiful.
I'm buying that shit. I'm gonna buy it on DVD, whatever the fuck is the
DVD,
Blu-ray, whatever it is. Shoot, that's my
Amazon Prime.
I haven't seen a movie in a long time where it ended. I want to just run it back.
Yeah. It's hard to sit watch a movie you want to watch back. Yeah, that was the first time. That was the first time I was like, I don't mind going back to the movies. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe speaking too soon, but I think this might be one of my favorite movies of all time.
You be quick to make crazy
I said I don't want to speak too soon. I'm saying this might be one. I'm gonna give it a couple.
All right, let's have a real conversation. Now, it should win an Oscar.
So this is my thing. They don't give horror movies Oscars. So this might be the first time they do this. Because there's some horror movies that deserved Oscars that didn't even get recognized.
Yeah.
So this might be one. It
should win an Oscar for something.
I mean, just for the attention to the camera, you know what I mean? Yeah. The lens, how it looks in IMAX, you know what I mean? There's a lot that went into it, so I feel like they should get something.
It's definitely gonna get them NAACP Image Awards. Shout out
NAACP.
absolutely.
Yeah.
BET Award, you know what I'm saying?
No clearance.